Hafa-day, everybody, and welcome to your show of shows. I'm Jason Salas, and I am wearing blue because I got the blues down to my shoes. And I have two good friends of mine on the KUM couch who are going to talk about exactly that and what you can do to help our island community. Plus, here's some really, really good music. Gary and Peter are here. Gentlemen, has it been a year already since we've talked about blues?
Yes, it has.
Well, it couldn't come sooner enough because it's an amazing event, goes to help a very, very worthy cause, and we are going to hear some music that I think, Gary, I want to start with this. Like, everybody who is either a practicing musician or everybody says they love music, you know, they regardless of what genre you're into and everything like that, everyone should at least give the blues a listen and embrace it on some level because it speaks to everyone.
I definitely feel that way. For me, the blues is so central to many musical genres. And not only that, it's the essence of people expressing themselves, what they're struggling with, what they're feeling, and doing it in the most sincere way possible.
Now, a lot of people think it's like, okay, well, you know, I'm not necessarily going through any depression session or I'm not having a pity party myself. Why would I want to go and subject myself to that? But the blues, I mean, there is that element of, you know, like it can be very woe is me at times and everything like that, but it's also very liberating. I mean, it's a wonderful art form and for the most part, improvisational.
It is definitely. I mean, everything that you think that you struggle with in life, and you have an opportunity to say, I'm going to express that through my creativity, through the deepest stuff that I feel. And somebody listens to that and they find a way that they can express themselves, something they can discover about themselves through that powerful music.
And Peter, I don't want to like geek out too much on music here and everything like that, but blues is such a simple formula. 1-4-5 chord progression and everything like that. You can do a cajillion different things with that.
There's variations on it, though. And it's actually uplifting, too.
Exactly. Okay, and with the Marianas Yacht Club and everything like that, this is a recurring event. Like I've said, we've had this for many,
This is our 16th year for the Blues by the Bay.
You guys can drive now.
It's January 26th, Sunday, and it's 4 to 7 p.m. And it's located, if they don't have never been to it, it's located down the Navy Fuel Pier Road. So you drive down Marine Drive, turn right at the first opportunity past the traffic signal at the across from the Veterans Memorial Cemetery.
Yeah, and I hope you guys, especially you young people, you millennials, would take something away from our guest tonight because Peter, with the very fine work he does with sailing and, you know, getting young people into that, showing that, you know, I mean, we as Guamanians, you know, we respect the ocean, we love it, it's, you know, it's our mother. And yet there's that side of sportsmanship, you know, when you could be sailing. Not a lot of people get a chance to do, but you have actually opened that up to many Guamanians, so that's your
We have youth sailing, and that's what this Blues by the Bay will help support.
Well, everybody's got to get into it because it's an amazing sport. Okay, so I want to talk about more about the blues and everything. So, and let's contrast this because prior to this segment, we're talking about everything metal. We're talking about, you know, all, Grateful Dead, the Stones. Contrast this to like punk rock, which at its longest, like say like a Sex Pistols song is maybe like a minute 25. Blues songs can go on for, you know, half an hour.
They can.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. We want to mix it up a little bit, so our songs aren't going to be quite that long because we want to offer as much of a variety as we can to the audience. But you're absolutely right. We want to see the virtuosity of a Carlos Bardali or Mike D'Amore solo and allow an artist like that to be able to really explore some kind of a creative theme. And so you have to have enough time and space to really do that and for the rest of the band to support that, to just create a powerful sound.
And again, with the improvisation around it, a lot of people can appreciate the fact that when you see someone going for like a solo and really playing, you know, with heart and soul and feel, they're not just reciting notes that they've practiced, you know, 200 times. A lot of it is just they're making stuff up off the fly and they're just going with what they feel in the moment.
We're very proud about the fact that while we might not be the most virtuous band of any band in the world, we definitely leave everything out there on the stage. We put all of our passion into it and all of our heart into it too.
You do have some of the finest musicians.
I was going to say, thank you.
Playing in this band.
So aside from Carlos and Mike, who else is in the ensemble?
We also have Mike Hartendorp in the ensemble. R.J. Uggan is going to be playing drums with us. Of course, our leader, Craig Stillwell, and his wife, Sandy, are going to be there as well.
So Craig on bass?
Yes,
holding down the low
definitely.
end?
He's going to be holding down the low end, and we've got, I guess, 4 different people singing, 5-part harmony on some songs.
Wow.
We have guest musicians who are going to be coming in and joining us, too, on top of that.
Are you guys doing any blues kind of like standards? Like I'm thinking, you know, Red House by Jimi Hendrix and, you know, 1,000 other people? Or...
We'll mix it up. We have a few standards by people like Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan or even the Doors.
Nice.
We have some Allman Brothers. We've got some new material breaking out by people like Derek and the Dominoes or Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, for example. A lot of different options out there for people to hear. And we have a whole list of songs that we may or may not play depending on what the audience seems to want to hear too.
Okay, I just want to say, if you guys do The Thrill Is Gone by B.B. King, I may need some extra tissue because that one always gets me.
Okay then.
Point to be noted. So, Peter, if people would like to find out more about, the Marianas Yacht Club, they can certainly find out more there because you'll be out in full force telling people about the good work that you do.
Right. Well, they can go to marianasyachtclub.org, and that's all one word, and come down and check out the club.
Okay. And as for the event, are there tickets and where can people get them?
Yes, tickets are available. May I read this?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
We want to get this part
the
right.
The name of the band is
Blues Syndicate.
Blues Syndicate
Of
with
course.
extra special guests. It's Sunday, January 26th, 4 to 7 p.m. But the gate will open at 3. And bring your own beach chair. But please, no pets or outside food or drink. It'll all
Okay.
be on sale there. And then you can buy tickets pre-sale at Mosa's, Carabao Brewery, and Primo Surf in Agana.
How much are tickets?
All right, if pre-sale is $12.50 for adult, children 6 to 12 is $5, and children under 5 are free.
Okay. How do you
But
see,
otherwise, it's 15, 8, and
that's a heck of a deal.
oh, it is.
We're actually ripping you guys off. So make sure that you get tickets and bring a bunch of your friends so we can, make sure we raise enough money so that you guys can continue your work. Gary, how do young people, we've talked about, kids and everything, but since there are going to be a lot of children here, how do the young ones respond to like the blues when they hear that kind of music coming through?
It's really an interesting question because sometimes people think that our band is just, oh, you're just catering to the older folks on Guam. But more and more, we've had younger folks come into our shows, and we've had some of the younger musicians kind of acknowledging our music or playing some of the same artists that we play. So we're starting to see a resurgence of interest in it, and I think that the interest is growing.
All right. It is a critical part of music that you really need to get familiar with. So thank you for keeping it alive.
Thank you
Peter,
very
always a
much.
pleasure. All right. The thrill may be gone, but the show continues right after this. So stay